It's Sunday night, lights on and vibes high. SvS on the clock is officially clocked in.
From bars to buzzer beaters, this is the first ever mashup of music, performance, and sports highlights. Your host T-Rex is bringing the energy.
Yo, what's up, SvS Nation? I'm your host, T-Rex, and welcome back to On the Clock, episode 6. We are deep in the grind. Week 7, y'all. Week 7 of the regular season, and the playoff picture is coming to focus. We're going to check out the latest bracket. We have big news. TCB Domino out of LaGrange, Georgia, and P, the MC from Dayton, Ohio, have officially punched their playoff tickets. They are locked in as the top 2 seeds, which means they get the first round bye when the postseason kicks off. But the rest wide open. The remaining 4 playoff slots are still up for grabs, and the power ranking tells the story. As you see, we have number 3, Best Slim Ever. Number 4, Sophia Cherie. Number 5, RBTO. Number 6 is currently Ask Andy, but it is still anybody's game, and we are definitely looking forward to that. So, with that being said, we're going to welcome our judges. We got our judges in the building. We got Mr. Conversation in the building, Shandi, Murder, and the official 10 Carat. How y'all doing today?
Hey, what's poppin'?
Chilling.
It look like everybody ready. I'm ready too, man. We have we're getting close to the end of the regular season and stuff, so the playoff heat is definitely tightening up a little bit. So you know what that means. Yes, I am too. I am too. This has been very good, just seeing artists grow from week 1 now to week 7 of the regular season. And hey, we're gonna go ahead and kick this thing off. We have our first matchup of today, and that is number 6, Ask Andy versus number 1, TCB Domino. We have a couple of great tracks from these guys. We have Ask Andy. He's coming in with 87, followed by TCB Domino with 300 Nights. So y'all ready? I'm ready if y'all ready. So we're gonna go ahead and get this started. And we're gonna check out Ask Andy, and then we'll move on to TCB Domino. So let's check it out, y'all.
I see myself walking down the street, plastic smile so incomplete, special feelings burning deep inside, no place to run, nowhere to hide, driving through New York State, I need someone who can relate, and in a second I left you standing there.
Yeah.
Scared to show my feelings 'cause it hit me so fast. I wanted to tell you what you've done to me, girl. Two different worlds, but was it meant to be, girl?
Trying to find the light. Every time I see temptation, it's a fight within our sight. It seems like this past year I had 300 sleepless nights, 300 sleepless nights, 300 sleepless nights. Trying to find the light. Every time I see temptation, it's a fight within our sight. It seems like this past year I had 300 sleepless nights, 300 sleepless nights, 300 sleepless nights.
My whole life I've been lost in darkness trying to find the light. Every time I see temptation, it's a fight within our sight. Seems like this past year I had 300 sleepless nights, 300 sleepless nights, 300 sleepless nights. My whole life I've been lost in darkness trying to find the light. Every time I see temptation, it's a fight within our sight. Seems like this past year I had 300 sleepless nights, 300 sleepless nights, 300 sleepless nights.
My whole life I've been lost in darkness trying to find my way. Seems like this past year I've been up for 300 days, hardly getting any sleep. Using
All right, judges. You are on the clock. We got Delivery by Murder, Sound Quality by Shandy, Radio Readiness by Mr. Conversation. We're going to start it off with Murder first for Delivery.
Okay, I'm actually gonna start with TCB Domino. I don't like this one. I don't like this one, and I don't know if it is too much going on with the music, with his voice and his cadence for me, but this isn't gonna be a favorite for me, so I'm gonna land him at a 7. And then going over to Ask Andy. I actually like this one. This was a little better for me when it came down to clarity of words. I actually understood him on this song, and I kind of like the instruments that was going on. So I'm gonna give Andy a 7.5 on this one. And if I had to pick over the two songs, I'm going with Ask Andy on this one.
Okay. Sound Quality. We have Shandy in the building.
All right. So let me start off with Ask Andy. I feel like the clarity was good. Definitely could hear the lyrics and the instruments that sounded clear. I feel like the mixing on it was good as well. I think the only thing I kind of caught on to in reference to that was as far as we don't want the instruments to kind of like overpower the vocals on this one. But as far as this week, I am definitely going to give Ask Andy a 7.5 this week. For TCB Domino, this one wasn't really, I honestly liked last week better. This one wasn't the one this week. It wasn't horrible. I mean, I still could hear the clarity in the vocals and all of that. And as far as the emotional impact, I'm kind of still reaching on this one. So in reference to the two, I'm actually going to give you this week, TCB Domino, I'm going to give you a 6.5. And I'm actually going to go with Ask Andy on this week between the two of you.
Okay.
All
We
right.
have Radio Readiness with Mr. Conversation.
Ask Andy. I like that as a live performance kind of thing. I get that's what you do, stuff like that. Translation to radio, can it? Yes. I wasn't exactly feeling it, but I think it was okay in my opinion. The vibe was a little off for me, but as far as radio readiness, I'm gonna give you a 7. And TCB Domino, respectfully, I don't know what was up this week. To me, it was a departure from who I understand you to be as an artist, and I didn't rock with that. And I'm gonna give that a 6.5. I could critique you on other things, but as far as radio readiness, that has a little bit to go before you put that on radio.
Okay. 10 Carat in the building, the official.
Hold the heck up. I'm gonna start with TCB Domino. Of course, TCB Domino, big shout out to you for being the number 1 seed at the moment. But this definitely is not one of your best records that we've heard from you. But I definitely have to say that you do have records, and we can see that you have some dope records, as well as you're very consistent, and I love that. Only thing I'm saying is I can see what's going on with this record. This record needs to be mixed tighter because of the distortion and the jumpiness, and everything is running together. And on this record right here, I would gave you a 7. Ask Andy. One thing I can give you appreciation for is you did take your intro and you shortened that, and I can tell you did that yourself, which is pretty dope because you definitely see that. I mean, by you being a live band and you rock the heck out. So I can appreciate that. And like I said before, I would love to see you live. On this record right here, I'm gonna give you an 8 because of the effort that you're making to do what you need to do to make sure that we understand these records. I think it's really dope. And this week right here, it would have been Ask Andy. So, but big shout out to both you all. This is the up in the air game, and I want to see what y'all come on with for because they're coming up.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We have two great artists that's matching up. I'm sure you all gonna like this matchup that's coming up with Kelda Music versus Lady of Soul. Definitely two rising artists. You can definitely see the growth in their music throughout the regular season. So we have Kelda Music coming up with Thursday, and also with Lady of Soul, Nobody Love You Like I Do. So we're gonna check out these two great tracks, and we'll be right back.
Trying to get my attention, he thirsty. Watching me suck my straw, flirty. My sheets are clean, but I'm undercover dirty. Gotta prove to a diva that you're worthy. Gotta prove to a diva you deserve me. But prove it over there, don't hurt me. It's all good, baby, take your time. As long as you ain't wasting mine. Oops, then again, I changed my mind. It's not my fault, blame my sign. Going crazy, I need to hire a shrink. Sitting at my table, I quietly think. Why do men give an arm and a leg and you bark and you beg just to buy me a drink? That's thirsty.
It's hot in here, but my presence makes it hotter. You thirsty now, you need a lot of water. Cause you thirsty. We just met and now he wants me to have his daughter.
Nobody gonna love you like I do. Ain't nobody Ain't nobody gonna give you what I give you. Ain't nobody gonna make you feel the way I do. There's one thing I know for sure, all my love's for you. Hey, homeboy, nobody gonna make you feel like I do.
All right, judges, you are on the clock. Murder, you are up first.
Okay, Kelda. This is another one of those songs where I'm feeling like it's that ABC vibe. This is another one that I'm just like, I mean, y'all know, Kelda, listen to me, baby. I've definitely rooted for you with your wordplay, and you know, I definitely see that you are definitely versatile. But I need you to get back into that lane that you was in week 1, week 2. I need you back there, because to me, you're just, I don't know. I just feel like you're throwing songs out at us right now. So I gotta give you a 6. I'm gonna give you a 6 on this one. I wasn't feeling it's too commercial for me. It's too ABC. Get back to your lane. Get back to that passion, making us understand where you at, where we can feel you. So a 6 for that. Lady of Soul. It's just something about your voice. I just love how you pay attention. I just love how you listen to what we say and definitely try to put that forth every week. So on this one, I'm gonna give you a 7 as well. I'm gonna give you a 7. And if I had to pick, it's definitely Lady of Soul.
Okay. Moving on to sound quality, we have Shandi.
All right, so starting off with Kelda, I definitely feel like you have showed improvement in reference to what I was referring to about attitude and stuff in the song. I feel like I definitely felt that from you as far as an emotional impact. This song, I can definitely see it being kind of like a commercial type thing. The thirsty vibe. It kind of reminds me a little bit of kind of like Milkshake a little bit, kind of something in reference to that lane. Now, as far as the consistency, I felt like you were very consistent through the song, as far as with your range and all of that. Is it one of my favorites? No, not from you this week. However, though, I do feel like you definitely took a lot of tips in reference to owning this song as far as like the attitude and the confidence. I feel like I felt that in this song this week from you. So for me, I am going to give you a 7 on this one. Lady of Soul, definitely always love the sound of your voice. Always sounds good. I feel like the song that you did as well. The love ballad and the lyrics and stuff like that, I definitely felt emotionally connected to the song. I feel like you had a lot of high energy in the song, as always, throughout the song and your tones. So this week for me, I'm going to give you an 8. As far as between the both of you, who I'm going with this week, I'll be going with Lady of Soul.
Okay. Radio readiness, Mr. Conversation.
Kill the Music. I'm gonna give that one a 6. I think it can it be on again. So when I get these ratings in the middle, anywhere 5, 6, 7, that's kind of mid area. So there are some things to work on it. Can I see it on radio? Not as much. Lady of Soul, I can definitely see that. Gonna need to get that cleared, but you've worked on everything that we've asked you to work on over the past. I see a lot of that in there, and I see a consistency of your voice, and that I could definitely hear that on a soul station or a just any type of song that plays Southern soul or types of R&B, stuff like that. I can see that definitely, and I'm giving that an 8 because there's still some of those same issues, but we know what's going on with that.
Absolutely. The official 10 carat.
Well, I'm gonna start with Kill the Music. I can appreciate the versatility because one thing about this record, I do feel like you went kind of like it's like a pop sound instead of more hip hopish. But for me on this record, the raps, the lyrics were still really bubblegumish. So I was feeling it, but not like that. But I do see where it's going. I will work this record a little bit differently. I mean, I would definitely go back and rewrite or refill or do something with this record to make it sound more updated. But I do appreciate that pop feel. And on this record, I would have gave you a 7. Lady of Soul, big shout out to you. You definitely have, I'm gonna say this though, you definitely have to bring it when you're using a sample. You definitely have to bring it when you're using a sample. And like Mr. Conversation said, make sure that if this is something that you're going to push, you're going to get it clear, but you're going to also need this record mixed and mastered properly. But also, I'm going to challenge you because what I want to hear from you is something different. And when I say this, everything that you've been submitting, yes, we hear you, but I want to hear more versatility in your voice. So work on even fulfilling your hooks from being one line here or one line there, and you're singing it, dun, 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 dun. No, we want to hear, I personally want to hear a little bit more just to see if you have that songwriting skill that I think you have, but I'm not really sure. But all in all, though, I would have gave you a 7.5 on this one. And between the two of you all, yes, Lady of Soul, you got me this week. So big shout out to both of you all, though.
Yes, absolutely. Moving to the third matchup of the week, we have number 3, Best Slim Ever versus King Salsa. Best Slim Ever is bringing a track called Another Me, and King Salsa is bringing a track called Dominoes. So we're going to check these 2 tracks out, and we'll be right back.
It's Best Slim Ever, Mike Cronus, TJ Green Baby, Green Face Nation. If I strong. Will they ever be another me? Will they ever be another me? Will they ever be another me? Yeah, I'm walking through along the lane, untied the chain, a dead man in the rain. 2 minutes, questions rolling, ball, you still boring. Wanna know why selfish never became king? My dad can't see me sing. Damn, oh Lord, I can't ignore these figures, nigga. All around like a sneaker. He don't wanna dance in the river. Money ain't never seen, just leave her. Understand the past work now. Dame la ciencia. Look, let that shit bang.
No, that's not yo. Bitch, you gotta go. You see me on the go, looking for the soap. My money stack domino. My money stack domino. You see me on the go, looking for the soap. Bitch, no, that's my yo. Bitch, you gotta go. You see me on the go, looking for the soap. My money stack domino. My money stack domino. You see me on the go, looking for the soap. Oscar de la Hoya, Sasa mommy, yeah, I told ya. Knock the door, then it's over. I'm coming through like a boat. Probably didn't even know that we got the shit too. Yeah, what you talking about? Where's that? Show me the money, nigga. Better be your honeys, nigga. I don't even care.
All right, judges, you are on the clock. Murder, you are up with delivery.
So, best slim ever. You shocked me. You kind of shocked me on this one. But let me point this out, because a lot of people are using auto tunes, right? And with auto tunes, in order for it to sound, let me give y'all the T-Pain way, it has to be in the right key. So when it came down to your actual verses, I loved it. I loved the lyrical play. I loved the cadence. But when it came down to your hook, that auto tune is off for me. So I like what you did, but I'm going to give you a 7.5, and just make sure, you tell your engineer when you in the studio, just make sure my auto tune is in the right key. King's Eye, thank you, because this is the energy that I need from you. This is how you came into the game. You came into the game hitting the ground running. So I definitely like this song. Definitely relatable. So I'm gonna give you okay, hold on, because I was battling between what I was gonna give you, but I'm gonna give you a 7.8.
Okay.
Keep this energy, though. Keep this energy. Don't come next week with anything less than this, please.
Okay. Sound quality, Shandy.
All right, so for best song ever, I definitely like the song. It's definitely catchy. It's definitely rememberable as far as the emotion to it. As far as the auto tune, I feel like that needs to be pitched up in certain places. I see where you're going with it, with the singing and then the flow. I feel like they mesh good when you're combining everything together. But I would just definitely say tune up that auto tune part. But as far as the song, like I said, I definitely love it. It's definitely catchy. It's definitely rememberable. So this week for me, I am going to give you a 7. For King Sasa, this is what I was talking about as well. I feel like I really like this one from you this week. I feel like the confidence was there, your vocals was there. I feel like you was high in the energy, matching the beat this week. So I'm gonna actually give you an 8 this week for me. And between the both of you guys, it was a good match between the both of you, but I definitely feel like King Sasa brought it this week on this one.
And I agree, because I didn't say who I picked over, and it was King Zaza over Best Slim.
Okay. We got radio readiness with Mr. Conversation, EJ.
All right. So best slam ever.
it was serviceable. Um, again, that's more of something that I would hear on local artist spotlight. You've submitted stuff that I've said I could hear a mainstream artist and then hear your song, and then I wouldn't notice any difference. I could notice the difference. There is a difference on that. However, King Zasa, while I loved the song, I do have some issues with it as far as radio readiness. Okay, there was cursing in the song, and it was more than one time. So I can't play that. So you got to be deducted some points. That's my main thing. I don't have an issue with it being a sample beat. That's not my issue as long as you do what you need to do to submit the song properly and whatever, get clearance, all that stuff. I'm fine with that. But yeah, too much cursing in it. I did hear, Pop Smoke vibe. You did great with that. Just kind of work your way around that when you submit here. And I'll give Best Slim, I'll give that a 6.5. And I'm going to give a 5 because got to deduct some points for the cursing on the other song, on Sasas.
Okay. We have 10 Carat, the official.
Well, best slim ever. All I'm gonna say about that record is get a mix on that record. When that record was playing, your hook, yes, that stood out. But when it came to your vocals and against that track, it started being really, really low. Your vocals were low as well as the track was low, and so like that right there, of course that's not gonna cut it. That record needs to be mixed, like mixed tremendously, because that says a lot. Because that hook stood out, and then it popped out, but then when it came down to those verses, that didn't pop out. On that record, I would have gave you a 6.5 because of that. This is not your best that you submitted. Next week you better come on with it. But King Zaza. I'm known for messing up names. I will mess it up. So like, yeah. But in the same sense, you know what I'm talking about. But I love the lyrics. This is a decent record. But also too, with me, you've submitted better. We're getting to the end. We're getting to those final rounds. And these are the times that really, really count. For me, I would have gave you a 7.5 on this record. So of course, King Zaza, you would have had me on this week's whatever, as well as, yes, you would have got an 8 from me, but all that cursing, y'all know the rules, y'all know the guidelines. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. We are not going to play about what is not tolerated. Even if you need to go get that stuff edited before you submit it, please go do so. But with that being said, you would have got an 8 from me, but I have to give you that score that I just said.
And I didn't even deduct points. I thought I was leaving that to you guys to deduct the points. But if I have to deduct the points on mine, then that's going to change the numbers on Best Slim and King Zaza. So if I'm deducting the points, then Slim is going to go down to a 6 and King Zaza will go down to a 7.
Yeah, and same for me. Instead of that 8, if I got to deduct
Fair enough.
Yeah. Same thing. It's gonna have to drop down to a 7.5 for me.
Just basically saying that the point's gonna be deducted anyway. But the thing is, we're getting down to the nitty gritty and the playoffs and all of that kind of stuff. And yes, those things are important because you're not following the rules. And there are artists on here that are following the rules. So yeah, get it together, y'all. Get it together.
Absolutely. Moving on to match number 4, we have Sophia Cherie versus Michael Marshall. This is a good matchup as well. We have Michael Marshall with Rush Hour and Sophia Cherie with Honest. So we're going to check out these 2 tracks and we'll be right back.
my side. Rush hour, baby, and it's driving me crazy that I'm stuck in traffic with you. I just wanna get you all alone, make you scream and moan while I make sweet love to you. This rush hour, baby, and it's driving me crazy that I'm stuck in traffic with you. I'm just trying to get you all alone, make you scream and moan while I make sweet love to you. Listen, she wanna be my Miami mommy. Sunshine. She a baddie, never been a thotty. I'm popping wheelies on the yellow Kawasaki. My attitude is mellow, I could be a little cocky. Just try and stop me, just try and stop me. I let you borrow my style, you a carbon copy. I'm probably with the baddest woman, Ronda Rousey.
Oh shit. Here we go again. Have you ever had your heart broken by somebody you were truly in love with? If not, then you can't fit my shoes. I come with issues in case I tear up. Please hand me a tissue. Sometimes I miss you, but then I tell myself, don't give into your shenanigans. You won't let me there again. I don't even wanna be a friend. When we came to an end, we came to an end. I can't pretend that I don't resent you and all your bullshit. You know that I am heaven sent. You forgot I'm everything, yeah.
All right, judges. I see some head bobs and smiles. You are on the clock. We started with murder, first with delivery.
Ooh. Ooh, I gotta start with Sophia. Cause baby, Mr. Conversation, I'm sorry, but I have to say this. Put this on the radio right now. But big improvement. Big improvement. The song is definitely relatable. I love it across the board. I'm gonna have to give my girl a 10. She got to get a 10 on this. Michael Marshall. You confused me on this one. It's catchy. It's definitely catchy, but I'm not sure about this one. It's just not normally what I'm used to hearing from you. And I want to kind of say it was more so all over the place. Maybe that's what it is for me. It wasn't like your normal storyline catching me. So I'm gonna give you a 7. I'm gonna give you a 7 on this one. And if I had to pick, it's going to Sophia.
Okay. Moving on to Shandi with Sun Quality.
All right, so for Michael Marshall this week, I feel like the clarity, the vocals need to be a little cleaned up and sound a little clearer. I feel like that was all for me. Um, I feel like the mix could have been done better as well. You don't want your vocals overpowering the mix as well. I felt like that was in the song. I felt like your energy was there. You did have a natural rise in the song um, in reference to that. And as far as like emotion, I feel like it was catchy. The chorus was definitely a little catchy. But just off of those little small things this week, I'm gonna give you a 6.5 for me. For Sophia, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a 9. For me this week, I feel like the song was definitely dope. I like the emotional impact that you have in the song. I feel like your vocals was clear. I feel like the lyrics, the energy that you had throughout the song, and references, especially during a love ballad, very relatable. I feel like it definitely gravitates people to you. So for me, it's a 9 this week. Between the both of y'all, Sophia's going to take it for me this week.
Okay. Mr. Conversation is up. Radio readiness.
Mike, I didn't hear Baby Girl, so that's a good thing, definitely. So it's one of your stronger efforts. I'm gonna give you a 6. And Sophia, I'm gonna give that an 8.5. good record. It's got some tweaking. It's not perfect, which 10 Karat gonna get into, as we know. But it is a very strong effort, and I definitely want to add that one to my list.
10 Karat.
Y'all will see why I'm blowing the whistle. Y'all will see why I'm blowing the whistle. I'm gonna start off with Sophia Cherie. Only thing I keep saying to you is make them use less auto tunes, because that does hurt. Because I could tell you are a singer. Make them use less auto tunes so we can really hear you. R&B is a very concentrated genre, and it has to have that mix on it. That is the genre that you're gonna have to spend the most on that mix and master, because of the fact that all the things that go into when it comes down to an R&B song. This record for me though, I love the lyrics. I adore this record. It wasn't like Mr. Conversation said, it wasn't girlish. And I blew the whistle because, babe, I'm giving you a 9, and that's not normal. So big shout out to you. Michael Marshall, I love the fact that you used that Whitney Houston sample. But what I did not love, you didn't do that sample any good, because that record needs a mix on that record. When you're using samples, artists, like, these records need to be mixed properly, because you got to give your just due to the people that you're sampling. But in the auto tune that they're using on your voice, it really killed the record against what you're trying to do with it. I do kind of see it, but it just didn't work for me. So on this record this week, I'm giving you a 7, because all the auto tune took away from what it could have been. And of course, Sophia Cherie, big shout out to you, baby, because I don't give 9s, honey.
And look, you see me, I almost fell out my chair when I heard her say that. Like, oh Lord.
I know that's right. I know that's right. But that's what's up with the judges scoring, and along with the official, we're down to our last matchup. We have number 2 Peter MC versus number 5 RBTO. They are bringing some bangers themselves. We have Peter MC with Sorry. He had this track from last week's matchup, and RBTO with Breathe IO. And so let's check out these 2 tracks, and we'll be right back.
But you know my feelings change. Yo, bitch. It's never been the same. Don't try to call me 'cause you saw me. Don't try to tell me that you're sorry. Don't try to call me 'cause you saw me. Trying to tell me that I changed. Don't try to tell me that you're sorry. You know I'll never be the same. Don't try to call me 'cause you saw me. Don't try to tell me that I changed. Yeah. Don't try to tell me that you're sorry. These things will never be the same. Never again. Don't try to hit me on my phone when you're lonely. Don't try to hug me when you see me like a homie.
Day in, day out, stressing out. Nothing important enough to warrant a falling out. How many more MCs do we need till reality believes in the sound?
I grab the pen and blaze the tip of it. Smart, articulate art sparks an infinite dart, living it. Delivering the river in deliverance and disappear equation of equivalence. Quote the diligence, it's no coincidence. The influence is sense the seeker. Set the sense, Amelia said it sends you deeper like a believer. Don't have to love her, but you'll never leave her. See where the friction is where the fiction is. Picture my diction, precision as a depictionist. My flow addiction, indigenous, perfected incisions. My breath flexing the rhythm, natural, intricate, factual, intimate. The best example of actual bliss, trapped in abyss, traveling infinite. Eternal life when you give into it. That's why I flip the script, spit fire, no Gaia, Gaian, fly attire. Stay high, looking up to the skies that I admire.
All right, judges, this is our last matchup of the week. Myrtle, you are on the clock.
So I just want to be sure. Peter MC, this is the song we heard last week, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this because I was like, well, I'm here feeling like this is a Future vibe, like when Future came out with Astronaut, like that's what I was getting. So I guess his vote is still the same. That's a 9. RBTO, baby, baby, okay, that word play, like the way you just listen. Hats off. I definitely have to clap on that because that definitely did something to me. I'm about to be like Mr. Conversation. I need to start making a playlist here because there's no way I can't not hear this again riding in my car because what? Good job. And I gotta give you a 10. It can't even be no other way. It can't be no other way. So RBTO takes this over Peter MC and he's landing with a 10. Good job.
Okay. Shandi in the building. Song quality.
All right. So Peter MC, I gave you an 8.5 last week, so we're gonna still keep that as a score. RBTO, I'm gonna give you a 10 as well. Reason being, I feel like you, from what I've heard from you since I've came, I feel like you have done nothing but progress. I feel like you have taken all the notes that we have given you each and every week and have came stronger. I love your music. I love how the minute the beat dropped, you immediately came in attacking. I like how your vocals, the clarity stayed throughout. I like the emotion that I feel and get behind the lyrics of your song. So for me, sweetheart, you are going to get a 10. And if I was to choose between the both of you, it's RBTO for me this week.
Okay, Mr. Conversation.
Okay, so let me get RBTO up out the way real quick. Great job. Now, there's some level stuff in there I'm gonna let 10 Carat get to, but everything else with delivery, flow, all that, which I ain't supposed to be touching, but yeah, I'm putting that on the radio. Lyrics is back. That's the type of artist that we need. I mean, the cadence, all that, I'm rocking with it. I'm going to give that a 9 because I can't give it a perfect 10, but I'm giving that a 9. Yeah, I was in here. Yeah. Song beforehand with PDMC. It's a good song. A little different from what you was doing before. This just happens to be a matchup issue. You lost only because of the person that you're going against. It's a pretty good effort. I'm good at 7.5. Yeah, I can see both of these on there. I'm sorry. All of that. And then definitely can hear all the lyricism. I've definitely got to play that again and rewind that back because I know I missed a lot of bars on that one.
10 Carat. What? Okay.
Y'all finna think I done lost my dang on mind in just a second. But let me start with Peter MC. Big shout out to you for being the number 2 seed as of right now. But I mean, it goes back to even what I said last week, and your score wouldn't change and everything. You remember the critique from last week, so I don't have to go into that. RBTO, I don't know what the heck you've been holding out for, but I appreciate what I heard tonight. I love this record. It has a great sound to it. The vibe is there. You stepped it up 1,000% in my opinion, as well as only thing I would say is it has a great mix on it. It has a really good mix. I'm gonna say a good mix on it. It has a really good mix on it. But I would take it and get it mixed down again one more time to make it just tighter. But I have to, and I normally don't do this because I don't get down like this. But I'm giving you a 10 this week if it was up to me. Yes, you just took it out, and I'm not normally doing nothing like that. You would have got a 10 for me. Big shout out to you, and I would love to see what you bringing with it next week. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I enjoyed it too. That side that had that old school vibe, the way he was delivering his lyrics and everything. So that wraps up week 7, y'all. Like the heat is on. Like you seeing who's pulling away from everybody else, and it's just a great deal to see the evolution of an artist, and especially on SvS. So definitely shout out to the artists. Judges, y'all have any other further comments before we reveal who has won week 7?
I'll jump in real quick. So 10 carat, can y'all move the conversation? It sounds like I'm echoing. But I just want to say this, congratulations to everybody in this competition, because y'all definitely been doing y'all thing first and foremost, And I want to just let y'all know, I'm not pre-listening to y'all music, so y'all are catching me live listening to y'all stuff. So the actual facial expressions y'all are seeing is definitely true to what's going on. But next week is y'all final week. I need y'all to not play. It's every man, every woman for theyself. Who's taking the championship? Who's taking the belt? Who's walking away with the crown? We need to see that next week. So I need y'all to go back to week 1 and start watching how we could teach you guys, so that there is no question on what y'all need to do for next week. So good luck, guys.
Anybody else before I do the review?
I want to just big shout out to, for me, this week, Sophia Cherie as well as RBTO. And I don't give 10s, and I don't give 10s for reasons. There are various reasons why I would never, in my opinion, give an artist a 10, or even a 9. But both of you all showed up and showed out this week. I can't wait to see what next week brings. Big shout out to everyone in this competition. As y'all see, it's heating up. The flames are under your butt. So I'm just saying, like, all of this is going into the silver mic, and just all of those everything, and you want that belt. I want to see how bad you want it, because this week, in my opinion, RBTO, you want that belt, baby, and I want to see how it fit on you if it happened to come out like that. But big shout out to all of y'all.
Y'all keep pushing, man, doing what you're doing. Time is of the essence. Let's get it.
And I just want to tell y'all the same thing. Shoot, it's all about who really wanted the most. I'm proud of all of y'all. Dig deep into yourself and bring it home for the last week. Seriously.
Absolutely. And this wraps up week 7 again of SvS, and also the show on the clock. And we're going to reveal who has won. The first matchup, as you see at the bottom of the ticker, Ask Andy defeated TCB Domino. The final score was 26-24. Moving over to the second matchup, number 7, Lady of a Soul defeated number 8, Kelda Music. Total score 31.6 to 20.4. Best Slim Ever, the third matchup of the week, he defeated King Salsa. Best Slim Ever come in at number 3. King Salsa at number 10. He was defeated 29 to 18.8. Moving on to the fourth matchup of the week, we had Sophia Cherie, number 4, defeated Michael Marshall, number 9. Total score 33.8 to 23.2. Last and not least, we have RBTO coming in at number 5. He defeated number 2, Peter MC, 37.6 to 26.4. And that wraps up our regular season for week 7. We have one more week to go, and then we have the playoffs. And that's when it really tightens up. You have the top 6 seeds will be battling each other. And so y'all make sure y'all check that out. I am T-Rex. I just want to say thank you to the judges. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to everybody that has been part of this great season for 2025, Sun versus Sun, the solo division roster. You make sure if you have any questions or anything, you can email us at info@sunversussunsports.com. We're heading to the last week of the regular season. The top two are locked in, but those final four playoff spots still anybody's game. Next week, it all comes down to the wire. I'm T-Rex, and this is On the Clock. And remember, this ain't just music. This is a sport. See you next week for the season finale before the playoffs kick off.